Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hello everyone, it's May 24th. Today's reflection is titled, Not Everything Can Be Solved, Nor Does It Need to Be. This was inspired by Henri Nouwen's book Out of Solitude, 3 Meditations on the Christian Life. Henri Nouwen was a Dutch Catholic priest, professor, writer, and theologian. In his works and life, he focused largely on psychology, ministry, social justice, spirituality, and community. He was inspired and influenced quite a bit by people like Thomas Merton, Van Gogh, and Rembrandt. And you might recall we've had reflections inspired by Merton and Van Gogh right here on The Everyday Human. He was born in 1932 and died in 1996 at the age of 64. I first came upon his work while writing this book, and while I haven't read the whole of Out of Solitude, I do like what I've seen so far, and I think this is a very nice quote with a lot of truth to it. And it goes like this. When we honestly ask ourselves which person in our lives means the most to us, we often find that it is those who, instead of giving advice, solutions, or cures, have chosen rather to share our pain and touch our wounds with a warm and tender hand. The friend who can be silent with us in a moment of despair or confusion, who can stay with us in an hour of grief and bereavement, who can tolerate not knowing, not curing, not healing, and face with us the reality of our powerlessness. That is a friend who cares. Okay, and here is my reflection. In today's world, for every problem, conflict, or sickness, there's an immediate need for answers, resolutions, or cures. Humans have long been the same, so I'd wager we always looked for a sort of closure like this. But today, what with supercomputers in our pockets and being plugged into the internet almost every waking hour of the day, our hunger for solutions has gone way past overdrive. It's natural to want to fix things or to be fixed. We thrive in order and routine, and sometimes, if you're lucky, there are solutions. But often, probably for most things, and whether you'd like to believe it or not, there are none. Our lives aren't novels, neatly structured with setups and payoffs. Sometimes our loose ends are just left undone. And really, that's fine. It's a part of life. I'll never have the answers as to why my father was the way he was, or why my wife and I had to suffer those miscarriages. But it doesn't matter, because those chapters of my life happened how they happened, and I learned from them. What I carry with me now, years after those events hurt me and brought me to tears and dropped me to my knees, isn't the suffering they caused. Rather, the silent love and presence my wife, family, and friends showed me. Some folks, of course, would share the classics. Everything's going to be okay. It all happens for a reason. This is God's will, and all the rest. Or they'd spew out a variety of excuses, well-meaning perhaps, but lacking any factual basis and barely grounded in the reality of the situation. Sometimes it seemed they did this just to fill the silence with something, or to make themselves feel better, maybe because they couldn't stand the sight of someone else's suffering, or because it reminded them of their own. To speak truth, I don't remember any of what those people said at the wake, or in restaurants or bars, or over the phone, in their attempts to explain the pain away. I remember the quiet moments, holding my wife's hand in our bedroom, or sitting beside my best friend on a bench, and just letting the tears come, with no need to fill the silence. And that silence was welcome. It was a return to breathing and the rhythm of life. It was healing, and it was love. Answers are fine, but I'll take presence over solutions any day. And there ends today's reflection. If you're waiting for answers or solutions to every problem life throws at you, you'll be waiting all the way to the grave and after that to wherever you go next. So sometimes a bit of acceptance goes a long way. And now it's time for your reflection question. So ask yourself the following. Do I have an unbalanced desire for solutions? Or do I try too hard to offer solutions to others when my presence would better serve them and the situation? So I hope you can offer your presence in silence perhaps to someone you love whenever they need it, and that they can do the same for you. That's it for today, May 24th. I'll be back tomorrow, May 25th, with another reflection. Have a good one and take care.